The Niners lost to the Rams largely because they couldn't run the ball against the Rams anymore, which is kind of wild. I mean, a big reason the Niners won 6 in a row, was it 6 in a row? 7 in a row?
Yeah.
6 in a row against the Rams is because they could run the ball at will. Remember, week 10 was that whatever it was, the Rams played their two high safeties like they always do, and the Niners just ran the ball 44 times. It was the easiest game in the world. But then the Rams, it seemed like they made common sense adjustments. Like, okay, it's Jimmy Garoppolo. We don't need to play two deep safeties. Maybe we'll load the box. Maybe we'll really overcommit to the run, and boom, it worked. And the Niners didn't have a counter. So my question to you is what? Why did the Niners run game stop working against the Rams at the very end of the season? Why? I know the answer though.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and give yours first. But
It's not Elijah Mitchell's fault.
no, it's not.
It's not Deebo Samuel's fault.
Mm-mm.
It's not George Kittle's fault. It's not Kyle Juszczyk's fault. I mean, Trent Williams was hurt. He wasn't himself, but he wasn't a liability in the run game. It's not.
No, that definitely played a part, but it wasn't. Yeah.
But it's not why the Niners were like dominant in the run game one game. And then, I mean, they beat the Rams without Trent Williams just a few weeks before. So to me, it's the quarterback. It's the fact that the Rams finally figured out that we don't have to respect him at all. We can play totally to stop the run. And if we shut that down, we win. And they did. That's the thing. That's what the Rams did. And that's why this change is necessary right now. I think it was necessary earlier, but Kyle kept saying like, or the implication was Trey's not ready because of the passing game, the things he's going to do in the passing game. I say like, damn the passing game. It's not about the passing game for the 49ers. They win and lose based on their running game. And their running game was DOA at the end of the season because no one respected their quarterback. The quarterback has an effect on all parts of the offense. And so looking forward, what Trey Lance is going to do, a lot of people are focused on, well, how's he going to throw? Is he going to have a wobble? Is he going to be accurate enough? Is he going to go through his progressions? That's so secondary. What he's going to do is improve the running game and allow the Niners to get back to that goal of running the ball 40 times a game. It's so weird how they don't make that their goal every week, right? Because when they do make it their goal, they usually hit it and they usually win. But then all of a sudden in the NFC Championship game, they run 20 times. Well, you don't win that way.
But I think you're making a point about something else I wanted to kind of hit on is you have to have a quarterback that can operate without a running game in order to win. Like, how well did the Rams run the ball in the Super Bowl?
Not well at all.
No, because it was taken away, and ultimately in the NFL, it's about your quarterback's got to be able to make plays. When they take the run away, that's why. It would make me laugh. Like, oh, Jimmy's awesome. You give him a running game, he can do everything. Like, yeah, a bunch of quarterbacks in the NFL can do that. Like, a running game. I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of quarterbacks look really, really good. It's the guys that are exceptional are when you start taking the running game away, and you have to actually make a play. Those are exceptional guys, and obviously Lance has ability to make throws that Jimmy just physically can't. And like when it's 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 15, like you'd like to be able to throw outside the numbers and down the field.
Well, obviously, if the Niners had a top 10, top 8 quarterback, they wouldn't have to live and die by their running game, but they don't because they passed on Mahomes, they passed on Brady, they passed on Stafford. They made those choices. So their choice now is Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance. And I'm not sure that – I mean, I know Jimmy Garoppolo is not a top 10 quarterback. I don't know what Trey Lance is.
Right.
So I'm focused back on the running game. The Niners are going to have a complementary quarterback until someone asserts themselves as a top 10 guy, and that's neither of them yet. So they're going to be complementary. And as long as you're going to live and die with the run game, give me the guy who actually lets the run game work. Because by the end of the season, they couldn't run the ball anymore. They could not run the ball anymore despite having two of the best running backs in the league, the best tight end in the league, the best fullback in the league. That can't happen ever again. Can't happen. You can't let your quarterback's inability to throw the ball down the field or your play caller's lack of trust in your quarterback to protect the ball limit the best part of your offense. You can't let that happen. Can't let it happen. So that's why I'm excited about this season. I think Niner fans should be optimistic about this season, is that they can actually – their run game is going to be way better next year unless there's a bunch of injuries. It's going to be way better.
Yeah, it should be by his ability to touch all points of the field, and also he'll add something actually in the run
I still feel like 85% of the discussion about Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance is what they do in the passing game. The Niners pass less than any team in the league except for the Seahawks. I want to know how each quarterback can help the running game. And right now, what Jimmy does is he hands off. Trey can hand. I think Trey learned from the best in that department. Trey can take it next step.
I think it's to me. I think with the passing game, and it doesn't. I don't know necessarily that they're ever going to be one of the top passing teams in the NFL, but I think maybe more passing efficient and being able to threaten your passing game, be able to threaten. Like you don't have to pass the ball all the time, but be able to threaten your pass game has to be a threat. Like that's now, as currently constituted, the 49ers aren't a threat to make certain throws or to threaten in certain areas of the field. When Trey's
That's why it was ridiculous that the Rams played 2 deep safeties the first time. It was ridiculous.
Right.
And it made sense that they would sell out, just like the Packers did in the playoffs to stop the run. But if teams do that against Trey Lance next year, they play single high safety.
Yeah, he's gonna check them.
Yeah. And so what you're going to see is teams going back to playing 2 deep because he wants to throw the ball down the field. And what you're going to see is the run game be so much. It's going to be easier. Elijah Mitchell, my prediction, 5 yards a carry next year. Elijah Mitchell, 5 yards a carry. Deebo Samuel, 7 yards a carry.
You might Deebo Samuel, 50 yards a carry.